Hey guys, it's Eric here at Farpoint Restorations. I wanted to do an update on this. This is a tire changing machine. I've got some tires I've been doing here. I bought an upgrade for it, and I'm going to just show it to you here. It's really awesome. It's this kit. We have a centering cone that's quite an upgrade from the original, and we have a genuine duck head, and this sits on here, so it is completely different from stock. And oh my gosh, like, I had no real problems with the original setup, but it's a game changer. It feels and acts so much like a unit from work, a professional unit. So just to show you how much you can do with this, I've got this giant aftermarket tire here, and we're going to go ahead and change this one out. Just to show you that you can. There we go. And I'm going to let the air out of this. I'll break the beads down. I'll show you how easy it is. The tires that are going on are LTs. I got a couple of KL2s here. I'll show you those in better detail. But let me move the camera over so I can show you breaking the bead on these, which is not an easy task when they're aftermarket rims like this, but a little bit of pressure applied, you can still get it done. Let's do it. Now, I've lost track of how many tires I've done on this Harbor Freight machine, but it has been quite a bit. And we're going to get that as close to the bead as we can. I don't want to damage these. These are aftermarket rims here, but really just about downward force, and a whole lot of it. There we go. And so you can see, like, it would be very easy to bend this sideways to screw it up, but if you just apply at even downward force and don't kind of rush the experience there, you really find out that you can do a decent job with these things. Same process. Okay, she's loose. All right, once you got both beads busted, this process is the same. You're gonna have to lift it up and lower it down onto it and try to get that through. And this is kind of the worst part of this job, if you ask me. Oops. There we go. Beautiful. Right, and this is where the new kit comes in. So we have cones. I got two different sizes, one for passenger vehicles and one for big trucks. So I'm gonna drop that in there. This Toyota has like a 4.5 inch hole for it. The next step is just like before. You're gonna tighten down your centerpiece, and you do want it snug. Once she's locked in like that, you can't go nowhere. This is where the change takes place. This device here. So we're going to slide that down over it. And there's some adjustments that have to be made. This one here slides it in. And you want it nice and snug up against there. Once you have it in position, tighten both those down. And you should be able to move it around without any impediment, right? Now, just like before, you're going to want to put a lot of lube on that to help getting that tire off. So I'm going to lubricate the tire and the rim. I've just got some soapy water here. I lost my little brush I used to use. I don't know what I did with it. There we go. All right, and that should be that. Now, I do have one other new tool, and that's this tire iron. That would be just like you would use on a regular tire machine. I'm going to take that, I'm going to flip it over the duck head, I'm going to lift it up. Once it's up, I'm going back to this. I'm going to stick it into here, and I'm going to start rotating that thing. And it's a little bit dry, but doesn't really require any effort. Okay. And then we're going to do the same thing with the bottom bead. And I'm going to kind of lubricated a little bit here. That was not enough. I don't think I got it wet enough there. All right, and then you kind of, to get that bottom one out of there, you reach down into it. You got that little spoon there that hooks it. And you lift up, and you lift the whole tire up, and flip it over. Like so. Once you've got it up, hold on to it for a second, and the process begins. And that tire's off, right? Now I'm an old man. I ain't in great shape anymore. I've got more back injuries than I can count. And I'm able to do that without a whole lot of effort. I am gonna go ahead, I'm gonna change the camera angle too here, so some of this stuff, try to get it from a top-down view. There we go. I am going to put a tire valve stem in there because I don't know when the last time it was replaced was. We don't want to take that chance. And to get the valve stem out of there, take a pair of side cutters here. We're just going to cut the old one out. You just take that, kind of cut it a bit, then you pull up and out it comes. And then I'll match that up the same size. Slide that up through, grab onto the metal part, pull until it pops, and that's it. All right, I got my new tire over here. Nice. And because I'm cool, I'm going white letters out, but I'm gonna lube that tire up real well because it's an LT. That's gonna be stiff getting that on there. So we wanna make sure that we can make it as easy on ourselves as we can. So I'll lube this part, that, and I'll lube the inside of the wheel as well. If I can. Cool. All right. Put that tire up on there. Kind of push against it. A lot of times you don't even need it. Yeah, this will go on here with very minimal effort once you have it set. And that's that for that. Okay, so let me show you how we set it up. Right, you want it so that it is underneath the duckbill and on the slide here. It helps for this part if you have a second person to hold the tire down on this edge here. Kind of hard to be in two places at once, but you can see once you get it started, it just pops right into place, and that's that. So that upgrade is just crazy. I mean, these are LTs. I've done some 8-plies with this new kit. They work well as well. And then of course reseat your tire, inflate it to your whatever spec. It's ready to go back on just like a pro tire machine. Of course you can balance it. I've got the bubble balancer. I think I've already made a video on that. Be sure to check that out. And she's gonna pop. There we go. We'll put it up to 55. I mean, so that's it. It doesn't take a whole lot to do your tires at home. A set of tires mounted and balanced in town now costs about 80 bucks depending on the location you go to. And I did this here for about 80 bucks. Well, I take that back. The tool here cost me 55. Of course, it's probably gone up in the couple years that I've had it. This was $89 off of an eBay seller. And you know, you can see that it paid for itself in no time at all. That very first job, honestly, that's all you need for it. It's a simple mod. It doesn't permanently damage the tire changer, so if you want to go back for some reason, you certainly can. And it works. I guess that'll do it for today. Be sure to check out my video on how to use a Harbor Freight bubble balancer to balance your tires. And I'll see you next time, my friends. Take care.